catching a 40-pound carp has probably been at the top of my list, like must accomplish. In 2021, I flew out to Manitoba to fish with Ryan Ginter and Anthony Russell. We fished on Lake of the Prairies, and Lake of the Prairies, I still believe, is probably the best chance you have at a Canadian 40. And it didn't happen. I caught my new PB. It was a 35-pound common, a very beautiful fish, but the 40-pounder had not come out. The following year, in 2022, I went yet again to the prairies, in hopes of catching a 40-pound fish. This time again, didn't happen, although Ryan got an awesome 38.5-pound common, but no 40 for me. Ever since the Canadian Carp Society has been tracking unofficially the records, I believe on their website, over the last two and a half years, there's only been 3 40-pound carp caught. And 2 of them were by Ryan Ginter at Lake of the Prairies, and 1 of them was in Ontario by John Vollmer. So I knew from the get-go that this was not going to be an easy thing. It's very difficult to catch a 40-pound carp in Canada, which brings us to the spring of 2023. So I'm heading to a cottage. My dad is retiring. His last day of work was yesterday, and my dad has played a pivotal role in my fishing all my life. I've gone fishing with him very many times. We're gonna spend the May long weekend, so Friday to Monday, at a cottage on Ketchawanuka Lake, which has some giant carp. So I'm really hoping that I can get my dad to catch his first 30-pound carp. I wouldn't mind catching a few fish myself. So I'm almost there. I'm literally 11 minutes away, and gotta get. So let's go.
I've been fishing for carp in Canada probably over 30 years. But with that said, I didn't really know about the European style carp fishing until I was probably in my early to mid 30s. As much as I don't believe in luck in fishing, I kind of have to say I've been lucky enough to land 2 40-pound carp in my fishing career, if you want to call it.
I've managed to catch 4 recorded 40-pound fish, largest being 43.5 pounds. And I have a handful of others that never got the chance to be weighed, but measurements and pictures along the way, very likely 40-pound fish. So in total, I have roughly 9 40-pound fish in my career in roughly 8 years of seriously targeting them. It's not easy, but having Lake of the Prairies at your disposal is definitely a plus.
So, just gave a tour of the cottage, and it is sweet. I haven't yet looked at the swim yet, but let's go take a look. But I can't get down from here. I have to go back. Anyway, the swim is just in between the trees there. Oh man, the mosquitoes are really bad though too, but it is what it is. This cottage is in a forest. Anyway, let's go take a look at the water side. I see some boats. We got some boats baiting up. That is excellent. And oh, these mosquitoes. What do we got here? We got a nice little fire pit again, and a nice little dock. This is wicked. This is Paul Senior, the father.
Where is the knife for the bread?
He's nice sometimes.
Yeah, he's the father of the monster.
He's also an asshole sometimes. Most of the time.
And I'm very proud of it.
Yeah? Yes. Fuck me! What are you doing? The mosquito situation is pretty bad, huh?
Fuck me, Taco. Fucking stupid.
My dad is the squeamiest. He's like a little girl when it comes to bugs and mosquitoes. My initial plan was to film this trip, and I didn't have a dedicated fishing partner. I mean, my dad, you know, obviously it's his retirement party. He joined me and he was gonna fish with me, but he wasn't gonna be fishing all the time, and I really didn't want to ask him to help me film. I ended up just baiting the swim the first day, letting it rest a few hours, and then I finally got a line out later. And it wasn't long till I had my first run. Holy fuck, it's in here. I mean, it is a nice fish, but no, just wait. Oh. Oh, that was close. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, it's so dark. No! No! After losing what looked to be, I'm still gutted. That fish was gonna be my PB mirror, my Canadian PB mirror for sure. So I was really gutted. And what I ended up doing was I retied a rig, I casted it out, and I had a run like almost right away. It was a small common, which didn't help improve my mood. So what I ended up doing was I went in and had some drinks and food with all the other guests, and decided to call it a day. My plan was to wake up early at 6 a.m. the next morning, and that didn't happen. My dog Ollie, which I love to death, he got sick. I don't know. He ate something, and he was just waking me up every half hour to go out, and I was taking him out, and you know, after taking him out like 6 or 7 times, I think he finally fell asleep, and you know, my wife and I both as well got some rest, but it was probably 5 a.m. when we went to sleep. So I wasn't gonna wake up at 6 a.m. and try to go fishing. At around 9 a.m., I think I got up and everyone was still asleep. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna go out for a few hours, put the line in, try to catch a few fish before we have breakfast. And it was raining out. Like it was overcast just like today, but the rain was like so fine. It was just little droplets everywhere. When it was raining, it would look like it was misty. I was sleep deprived, whatever, just not in the best of moods. So I didn't even take a camera. I just went out, casted my rods out, I think 20 minutes, and I remember my bobbin dropping, and I was right by the rods. I was right by them right there, and I stepped towards the rod, and as I picked up the rod, the line pulled tight, and I was into this fish. Now, I've caught like maybe a 20-pound fish to this point, and I wasn't expecting much really. I was quite gutted about losing that fish earlier, and there's all these snags and zebra mussels, and this is, you know, a very difficult spot to fish because there's this giant drop. So me being close by the rods was a very good thing. So I picked up, I was into the fish, and there's this damn buoy on the right side of the swim. The buoy is held in place by this chain, and I had lost a fish to this earlier, and I was just not very confident about, you know, that buoy being there. So I knew that, you know, any any good sized fish was gonna just bolt towards that buoy. And sure as shit, the fish went straight for the buoy. At that point, I said, you know, I have to try something else. I can't, I don't want to force it. So I opened my drag up completely, and the fish just went basically without any sort of pressure on the line, just bolted past the buoy. Now, my line was still like rubbing the buoy, not the actual chain, but just on the buoy on the surface. So I said, you know what, if you could just take a few more yards, I could just flick the line over the buoy. That's exactly what happened. I flicked the line over the buoy, and now I was into the fish. I was clear of the buoy, so I let it go a little bit further, and then I tightened my drag a little bit, and at this point, I'm feeling just heavy weight. I remember that it didn't take very long. The fish just completely changed directions, and that's what gave me the first impression that this was not a big fish. I hadn't put a lot of pressure, but it changed directions, and then it just went to the other side, to the left side of the dock, quite fast as well. So I thought it was a small fish. After about 20, 30 yards, it just wasn't stopping. And I remember like tightening my drag a little bit so that I'm not, you know, putting out too much line. At that point, I knew, I'm like, this is a good fish. This is solid. I think after about 45, 50 yards, I finally turned the fish. It took a little bit, but once it got in front of the dock, so this lake is just phenomenally clear. I mean, you got like 15 foot of water, and if you look straight down, you're gonna see fish. You're gonna see, you know, the structure. You're gonna see all these broken zebra mussels. It's like an aquarium. So when the fish just was swimming right in front of me, I saw it. It was the biggest carp I've ever seen. I mean, I'll remember that moment. It's almost like, I don't know how to say it. I took a mental picture of that moment when I saw it, and I was just stunned by just how big this fish was. And my dad's best friend, Constantine, he was there. He was having a beer. I just remember him sipping on his beer, and I told Constantine, I'm like, if I land this fish right now, this is gonna be my new PB. Like the biggest fish I've ever caught in Canada. And, you know, he was surprised, and, you know, as much as I was, I think, you know, I don't think there was anybody more surprised than I was. There was a short battle close in, rod length away. You know, the fish was hugging bottom as most of the big ones are. I was worried. There was a few times where I was worried. I was second guessing my hook hold. I didn't want the fish to cut me off. You know, there was all these things going through my mind, but I played it cool. I said, you know what, I have to get this fish in. And eventually I slipped it over the net, and I immediately thought, you know what, it's probably a 38, 39 pounder for sure. Not for a moment did it cross through my mind that this may be a 40. I take the fish out of the water, put it into the sling, and I'm looking at it, and I'm just, this is huge. I got my my waist sling, and I lifted up the fish. I didn't even bother zeroing the sling. I knew my sling, as wet as you can get it, will be around 4 pounds. Nah, not even 3.5 pounds. So I put it into the sling, and I lifted it up, and I'm looking at the scale, and I can see the needle going around and around, and it passes, it clears 40. I'm like, what? And then it stops at 45. And I couldn't believe it. I was, oh my God. I was like, I fucking did it. I fucking did it. I got a 40, a Canadian 40. And I didn't get it on camera, but I got it. You know, it's done. You know, so at that point, I put the fish back into the sling, put it in the water. I run up to the cottage.
Constantine came into the cottage and told me that Paul got a big one, but I didn't know how big it was. Well, we have to wait. We're in the middle of having breakfast, and Paul didn't eat. He was too excited. And then we finished eating, and then we went and, you know, take a look at the fish.
And the fish I've been looking for so many years, it's been, I'm speechless. This fish, I still have to weigh it. I forgot to weigh it again, but 45 pounds with the sling included. I know my sling is about 2.4 pounds. So I think it's 41 and a half. Just an absolute brute. Look at the belly on this fish. Put up an amazing fight, which I did not capture on video, but lovely. Oh. And there you go. 41 pounds. Yes! Canadian 40. And it isn't a squeaker either, it's a 41. As you can imagine, I was over the moon. You know, I was happy as pig in shit, you know. Fuck. For the rest of the weekend, I mean, I didn't fish very hard. Although, like, I think if I was on an actual fishing trip, not, you know, a celebration for my dad's retirement, I would have probably fished nonstop, fished the nights, you know, try to catch another monster. You know, the weather conditions were as perfect as, you know, they could be. I mean, you know, you got overcast, slow rain, nonstop for 2 days. Springtime, there's little weeds, you know, growing. They're just you know, maybe a few inches all over on in my swim. The fish are boshing everywhere. But honestly, after catching that fish, I fished very little for the rest of the weekend. I waited for better weather because my dad really didn't want to fish in the rain. So on Sunday, me and my dad, we finally got out the rods. Easy, just easy pressure. Easy pressure. Hey, give it one more click, just one. No, the other way. One more. That's it. That's it. It's still, you still feel it? Oh, yeah. Give it one more click. Out? No, in. There you go. You're into the fish now. You're no longer rubbing.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Watch out.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
Stop. I have to
Oh,
give it.
you're good. You're good.
No, no.
Oh no.
No.
Is it rubbing on it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, you have to let it go.
Hold on.
Have to let it go because it's gonna go
Oh fuck.
over.
You're on the buoy.
But I told you I can't see.
Can't see the line?
I can't see the line.
Well, the line is rubbing on the buoy now.
Now, Paul, I have to let it go.
There we go. Hold on. Let him go. Let him go. Okay, good. Now, start. Yeah. He's going left. He's out.
Yeah,
He's
I
out.
see it.
He's
I
good.
see it.
But, okay, hold on. You're
Who
good now.
has the record of walleye? Okay.
You caught the biggest walleye.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it a big one? Oh, that's a good fish.
It's nice. I can't tell you how
Okay,
big it is. Because
Keep the line up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Here he is. That's a easy. That's a big fish, Pops. That's a big one. Easy. Careful. That's a big fish. Easy. Okay. Oh, come here. Come here. Up. Lift him up. He's got himself into weeds. Lift him up. Easy. Don't put a lot of pressure. Easy. He's got himself into some weeds. Stop. One click. Okay, up. Get him up. Slowly. Okay. Okay, come here, come here. Okay, lift them up slowly, slow. There you go. There you go. Yay. Good job. Hey. Hey. So my dad's got one in the sling, and I've got one that feels like a good fish right here. I don't think so, but it does feel like a good fish.
Or maybe he's not fighting it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
He's a welfare.
Actually, I don't think it's that big, but I just want a picture with my dad. Right here at sunset on the last day of his retirement party, cottage event.
Pre-retirement.
Oh, that's a huge one. It's a mirror. It's a fucking mirror.
Bring it here.
It's a huge fucking mirror.
Hi. Hey, don't
Holy
fuck
fuck. Holy fuck.
it up. Holy fuck.
It's a big fucking mirror. It looks exactly like the one I fucking missed. The first fish.
You just.
Oh my god. I'm dying. Okay, easy.
No.
Easy. It's okay.
No, it is. Mirror.
It is, yeah. Of course, it's fully scaled. It's gotta be
But it's
gentle.
huge.
Yeah, it's big. Well, it's not a 30, but. Yeah! Yes! Yes! Redemption. Redemption. Oh my goodness. Juice, put your knees down on the ground. Asha. Okay. All right. Well, what an end to a spectacular weekend. I didn't catch my first mirror I lost. It was bigger than this, but 3 fully scaled mirrors in one session and a new PB at 41 pounds. This retirement party has really paid off for me, but I'm not the important one here today. It's my dad's retirement party. We're getting killed by these mosquitoes, so we're gonna take some pictures, put these back, and I'll see you on the next time. Fuck, I can't speak. Next time. Pictures, come on,
Yeah, okay.
I was really hoping that my dad would catch a 30-pounder. I mean, catching a 30-pound carp in Canada is quite special, especially the first one. You know, many people catch only a handful, if that, in 1 year. So, you know, it wasn't a 30, but you know, it was the brace I really wanted. Like, this was one of the things that I really wanted. I wanted a picture and some video with my dad, you know, catching some carp and then holding them up. And, you know, I got that. And what a way, because I caught a fully scaled. So that kind of made up a little bit for the one I lost earlier, although the one I lost was substantially bigger. Yeah. I mean, this trip is something I won't soon forget. Me and my dad have been on many trips, and I do remember them vividly. But this one I don't think I'll ever be able to forget.